changing my life and I won't look back ever again.
Yeah. You ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never second guessing, I just do what I was destined. Cause I feel I got the blessing, persistence and obsession. That's how you keep progressing, I already learned that lesson, yeah.
I'm changing who I am, I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving, you can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life and I won't look back ever again.
No fear, see clear, you deserve to be great. I know it feels like things get in your way. Push through those walls and the others will fall. Sit up, stand tall, you can get through it all. I need some energy, anxiety's no friend to me. I have a short memory, I don't really remember things. That's how I move on, that's how I stay strong. A new day's on, I'll keep moving right along. And I feel like the pain in the past, it needs to stay in the past. You gotta take off the cast. I wanna feel like I'm a new person. I wanna have clear vision and purpose. And I feel like the pain shouldn't last. If you can move on and past the things that make you feel bad, and you can change in your brain, I'm certain. I've done it before, and man, I'm not perfect.
I'm changing who I am, I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life and I won't look back ever again. You can't stop what's moving, you can't stop what's moving. I'm changing my life and I won't look back ever again.
Hello, everyone. Hey, Justin. It's Casey. Hey, y'all. Oh, no problem, Justin. Just whenever you're ready, no pressure for anybody. Justin, I seen your little clip this morning about helping each other and stuff, and it really motivated me to do it as well, because if we work together instead against each other and help each other, we can do a lot of things, and thank you for that. You're the one that gave me the idea of doing this. And I don't think I have any mods in here yet. Mods, if you could drop channel links for our peeps here, and let's help each other out. There's so much bullshit going on the tubes, and it used to be fun and stuff on here, and I want it to be like that again. And all the real life bullshit, people going and, oh, can y'all hear me good? I should ask that first. But yeah, let's do better, y'all. You know what I mean? And let's not be like the rest and the echo chambers. And I want us all to do good. And I'd love to have some creators come up here with me, and we can discuss ways of helping each other and doing better, and show us some tough love. Like if there's stuff that you see that I do that you think I could do better on, let's talk about it. And because I want to do better, I want to be better, and I want all of us to be better and do good, and not saying anybody's bad, Oh, thank you, Casey. think I gave you a wrench, bro. It's good to see you over here. I missed your crazy butt. You've been keeping up that good fight, bro. Good job. I remember when you first started during Kylie's case. You've came a long ways, bro. Good job. Just man, there's just so much bullshit going on these tubes, and you haven't been on a break's good sometimes, Casey. I've done that myself. It's good. I've kind of stayed away from true crime a little bit. I'm gonna start doing my true crime on this channel instead of my main channel. I don't even know what I want to do with my main channel, but because it's got most of my true crime stuff over there, but I've kind of gotten out of it a little bit because the damn tragedy pimps, and I don't want to be in that mess. And so I'm really not sure what I want to do with my big channel, my main channel. But that was a channel, that got me started. And people are just crazy out here on these streets. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Even if you're a fur mama, happy Mother's Day. You matter too. And prayers and not blessings, but for those that want to be a mom and can't, or have lost children, and you matter too. You absolutely matter. Yeah, Casey, me and you was on it, wasn't we? We was like on the same page, and bam, me and Casey, we was putting the facts out there, and we wasn't like tragedy pimping like a lot of them was doing, and doing 9-hour live streams and stuff. Me and Casey was like, look here, motherfucker. Sorry for cussing, I know, but yeah, we done good on that, Casey. We did. Me and you done good on Kylie's case, and I kind of backed away from it because tragedy pimps and stuff, and it's like poor Summer. Justin, you want your camera on, bro, or you good? Thumbs up. Okay, good deal. I always ask because some people don't want their camera on and they know it's on. And how you doing?
Oh yeah, I'm doing good. Just got done taking care of doing my normal morning routine, taking care of horses and chilling
Oh,
out for the
wow, I love
afternoon.
horses. Yeah, but thank you for motivating me to do something like this and help each other. And
Oh yeah, I mean that's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to, I went on Big Weevy's last night. I don't know if you know who Big Weevy is. He's
I
pretty cool,
don't. Maybe
pretty cool.
check them out.
But Eli was really the one that started got me motivated kind of to start doing all this. Really, I only started a couple months ago, and he's been pretty supportive, and I bet a lot of us supportive people really.
Yeah, Eli's a good dude. He's misunderstood a lot, He is. He's a good dude.
Oh yeah, he's had a lot of drama in his way.
Yeah, it's all they care about on here. People wants drama, 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 because drama sells. And
Oh yeah.
I'm not about that. Sometimes, yeah, I'll drag a bitch. Sometimes you got to air that bitch out. But yeah, I don't want none of that. I
Yeah, that was
invited
kind of
Eli
the
to
whole
come
reason.
over. I wish he could come over here with us.
Oh, I was gonna text him and tell him, but I forgot to. But I don't know what he's up to today.
I know it's
Might
Mother's
be
Day and
busy.
people are out and about. I know it's a busy day for people. And
How's your day going so far?
oh, so far so
Happy
good.
Mother's Day.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, Casey, we wasn't tragedy pimping. If you ain't tragedy pimping, then it's like people don't want to fuck with you.
Yeah, Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I just recently caught a little bit of that, and that's why I kind of changed my name really because through the whole Eli stuff, I got dragged a little bit through that a couple days ago, but that's when I changed my name. Because I felt like I needed something a little seriouser than birthday chat. I didn't feel like if I'm going to be tackling serious issues, that name would really be taken seriously.
You see, this name on this channel is Cotton Candy Boobs because that's my nickname on here that I started out years ago. People started calling me Cotton Candy Boobs. And that was my main channel's name at first. And then I didn't even plan to be a creator. And then when Kylie Rodney's case started, I started, just doing little clips and stuff I found. And it's like, bam, my channel grew. I got like 2,000 subs in like 2 weeks. And I was like, well, I need to be a little more family friendly, So I took the boobs off that channel, because you don't want to be doing true crime and have cotton candy boobs.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I got so far, I think I got like 56 subs so far. I mean, that's grown from about a week ago. I had 46. But I'm trying to see what I can do.
Yeah, you'll get there. You'll get there.
I never really didn't even really do much with the channel, really.
Hey, Lady R. Yeah, the Cincy link I think is on my other channel. And be sure to check out the clearance section on there. There's still some good things left in there. And I do sell Cincy.
But last night, sorry about that.
Oh no, go ahead.
But on my last night's live, I actually covered what you were talking about last night, or yesterday, the Henrietta house. That shit was tragic.
It's deep, ain't it? And it's not even begun, really. There's going to be a lot more come out on that. Maybe we could panel up on your channel or something one day and cover it together, and that start doing some live streams, and that would help you out too. And
yeah, we totally definitely.
See, I try to stay away from the true crime cases with babies because it breaks my heart. And and like this one here with the Henrietta, it is kids involved. They're little older kids. It still don't make it any easier, but the babies, I can't do it, because they're so innocent, and which all these kids are. But when it gets into like stuff, it breaks my heart. But when it gets into trafficking and stuff like this case, it needs to be talked about.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's why I kind of covered it last night a little bit. I couldn't really find too much on it. Like, I was trying to find the clips. Like the clips you showed. Like, I came in towards the end of it, but that was a really good clip and pretty informative. And definitely think there's going to be a lot more to that case with 32 burner phones on that property.
Yeah, I think that's like more of a pedophile ring. You know what I'm saying? Those people connected to him. I don't think those burner phones was all Jesse McFadden. Do you know what I'm saying? That I think there's more people involved. Hey, Casey.
How's it going? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
What's up?
Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Just making sure. I don't do panels literally ever. So I want to make sure everything's just working all right.
Oh, hey, well, congratulations being on mine. Yay, I got your cherry.
Well, actually, Voices Behind the Wall does.
Yeah, I remember that.
First one.
I remember that.
You're going to be the number 2.
Well, that's okay, because that's my sis, so I'll share. Yeah, it's different than when you're on somebody else's panel, and it's different.
Well, the reason I never actually went on panels was because of the drama. Literally,
it gets old, man.
Well, yeah, and that too. But like for me, it was okay. We've got a case. We're looking at a case. What is the information? There's the information. Present the information. There's the information. Go. Bye. That's what I was doing. Sitting on panels for 3 hours talking about the same thing over and over to me was just getting nowhere, I thought. And on top of that, it was just nothing but, someone had a rumor over here. Oh, let's talk about that rumor a bunch. Nobody look into it, but we'll talk about it for an hour.
Just a second, you all. You can carry on, Casey.
That's fine. Yeah, no, that's just, for me, that's why I didn't really go on to panels much. But when you're talking about growing a community, growing an influencer base, I'm here. Hey, how you doing? Let's talk about it. Because I think that there are, we're going into it. We're shifting into a different age. We're shifting into the digital age. Literally, the kids today are getting 100. I would say 99.8% of their information from this screen right here. And so it's one of those things that, who are they looking at? Are they looking at the tragedy pimps and saying, "Oh, that's how I make money. I make fun of or play around in somebody else's tragedy"? You know, so when a kid is looking at these tragedy pimps, they're like, that's how I was supposed to behave. The adults are doing it. I should probably behave just like the adults. So for me, when I come across other things, like true crime was just something that was in my path. Basically what I did is I took this thing called YouTube, and instead of it doing things at me, I turned the screen around and started doing things at it. Does that make sense? So yeah. I think that when we have those people who are putting information out there for other people to take up, that information should be trustworthy. It should have some facts behind it. It should have some kind of rational thought behind it. There should be somebody there saying, should we put that out? You know, but that doesn't happen because people only care about the clicks and the money and the, oh my gosh, I got $200 extra on my absolutely worthless AdSense account. You know,
I hate those.
That's what it is for these people.
Those damn videos where it's something based around nothing that the video's about. And it's just, I can't stand that shit.
Yep. The clickbait ones are the worst. I don't even know what to call the ones that will say what you're thinking in the little line, but completely go into a whole different left field when you actually watch the video. And it's like, the video wasn't actually about that. You got me.
Pretty much clickbait.
Yeah, you got me. Your video had nothing to do with what you said it was.
Right. And a lot of people do that. And it's like, and like JLR, you know what I'm talking about, Jonathan Lee Riches. He's the worst.
It was a little bit, yeah.
He is
so the little bit that I saw from true crime was you've got witnesses that weren't actually witnesses to anything, just the voice changer, right? Somebody just changed their voice and said, "Oh, I was a witness to this thing."
Yeah.
When it was just somebody recording themselves. And then you got completely false stuff being thrown in there as if it's evidence being found.
But it's like, where's this proof? I need to see the receipts, you know?
And they and that goes under the guise of, oh, it's just entertainment.
No, this is real life. You know, it's not entertainment.
It's real life people here.
Yeah, like you were saying, the one about the voice changer. I don't know if you're talking about during the Kylie case. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. It was actually outside of that case where it really blew up. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, my thing is they're trying to disguise their voice, but if it was real, anybody in that area who's at that party would know exactly who it is by what she says. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So why disguise her voice? Because it was fake.
Well, on top of that, the mannerisms of the fake voice are the same as the people producing the fake voices. Come on.
Right, I agree.
Come on.
Yep.
And, so what you guys hope do you think it's solved? So what's you guys' view on that case? Do you think it's solved and you know, do you believe it's she got, you know, found and all that and it's solved or no?
I don't believe it was the accident like they portray it to be. I don't know. There's a few different things, twists and turns for me, but one of my main ones is I think it was an accidental overdose maybe, and the kids freaked out.
Yeah, it's
I don't know, but then like, you know, Casey probably knows, there's like the Handmaid's Tale, all these other little things, you know, and it's like, I don't know. And I'm not really conspiracies on stuff like that, but whenever stuff leads to sort of add up and make sense, I don't know. And people are still going on about that.
Oh yeah, and it's the same stuff. I still don't understand to this day why people don't think Nick is telling the truth, the tow truck driver. Why would AW risk their entire thing before the Jared thing, of course, risked their entire thing setting up just some guy just to put him on film. The guy didn't tell him the lake they found her in. So it's like he actually did see somebody. And then of course, I think, yeah, it was you, Kyle, that we were talking behind the scenes with attorney.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's no way. Nick's story is true. She was alive that evening. I think she was alive the next morning. I think she didn't die until that day, and then they decided, oh, let's say she's missing.
And
So
you
you think
remember
her boyfriend was
the gray hoodie that Nick said she had on? Our lawyer friend, attorney, said that is what she had on when they found her in the back of the SUV.
Yeah. So it to me, something happened between Nick and getting home that night on Saturday, not Friday night.
Yeah.
So the party happened. The next day, everybody's hungover. Tow truck driver sees them. After tow truck driver is when something happened. And I think what would actually happen is, you know, with the whole Handmaid's Tale, is I think a trafficking went wrong.
I agree. The Handmaid's Tale, because remember Lindsay had that picture with the red bonnet and stuff on her profile picture.
Mm-hmm.
Why would
and I
she
think
have
it was
that?
Think about this for a second. If you were going to anti-traffic your child, basically you know that it's coming, but you wanted to protect them, you kind of fake their death, right? Well, what if that goes wrong? You tell everybody to shut up.
Right?
You say, hey, there's honor in silence, okay? Because if this gets out, I'm going to jail.
And
That's
also
what Mom was
about
saying.
she was getting emancipated too.
Mm-hmm. I think it was a mom had no choice but to let it happen. Mom was trying to stop it, but didn't stop it. Things went sour, and to shut Mom up, they made it happen.
Right. I agree.
Because if Mom is the one piece left, the best way to shut her up is to not traffic but kill.
Yep. I agree.
Because Kylie means nothing to the trafficker if people are looking for her. So if Mom goes, hey, she's missing. I don't.
And remember
and the
that.
trafficker's like, well, she's not missing no more. She's dead. By the way, shut up.
Remember Celicia Singh?
Good point.
Mhm.
That's a really good
Yep.
point.
I believe her story too. I believe what she was telling us.
I think Jagger knew because Mom knew, and Mom slipped up with Jagger. They became friends, whatever, because of the situation. Mom couldn't say nothing because she didn't want her child dead. Her child ended up dying anyway, and she's like, well, I'm definitely not saying nothing now because I'll be next.
Right.
And so I think it was, you know, born into a bad family. Mom tries to protect. Mom didn't get the protection outright. You know, the whole how many agencies were there?
Oh, I can't even remember a bunch.
There were like 10 agencies. So I think what Mom said straight up was, here's everything that's going on. Go find my daughter. And Sheriff goes, you know, I'm kind of corrupt too, right? And the mom's like, crap.
Yeah. Did you watch that documentary? I can't remember what it was on Truckee or that area where the people were dying in the water. And what was the name of that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Shit, I can't. You know what I'm talking about, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just.
I just find it very strange, you know. And then on top of it, the her being fake thing is not true. I think the cover up is 100% real. I think after the fact, the cover up has been consistently trying to continue the cover up until that point where it was just a coroner's report too. It wasn't the final everything. It was just one single coroner report that said she died of drowning, and then everything went. It was
And
done.
her
after that.
lungs were the size of a 5-year-old's.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's second? What's second most profitable? The human or the human parts? It's the human parts after the human.
Organs, yeah.
It's just very interesting to me, the timing of it, like when she went missing, during other rituals. If you look at things like even, and it's gonna, if you know the whole religious side of the paganism and all that stuff, you'll understand why. But think about why during religious holidays like Christmas and Easter do the missing children go up? The cases just go out of control, left and right. And the reason you know that is because Amber Alerts are very, very strict on their ruling, and you'll start seeing Amber Alerts start going crazy.
That's
and
true.
It's only around these pseudo religious holidays like the Easters and the Christmases and the Halloweens and July 4th is another one.
And then that Burning Man festival, that kind of got me into that too. You know, there was just so much going on around that time.
Yeah, there
And that
was.
seven spoke wheel, wasn't seven spoke wheel? Remember they was doing the middle fingers?
Yep, right there. That's everything that they did was 100% pagan. And it was like that celebration of events was the end of the ritual. Like that was the culmination of, so it's like, did mom, I mean, was mom, I don't know, for me it's like, was mom trying to protect her, or was mom actually just like, no, this is what we do in our community once they're of age?
Just blows my mind. You know, like you said, mom can't say nothing because then she's going to end up dead. Or
nope. And the thing the thing that I struggle with the most about this case is the coward Ryan Upchurch. And I know you guys are fans, but you got to understand this one thing. Okay, whatever's going on in his life, he had the opportunity. He had the opportunity to literally wake up millions of people to the occultic, ritualistic, child abusive practices that are going on in this country.
he had the money, the platform, the power.
Yeah,
I agree.
he had it all.
You know, I'm a huge Upchurch fan. You know that, but I agree with you.
And I am too, slightly, you know, losing it every day, but it's okay.
Do I just
He ended up giving that what, $1,000? He ended up giving that 100 grand to that Jared guy who ended up becoming later on known predator.
But see, that's the thing. So this is so when you understand how these secret societies work, you understand Jared got set up on purpose. Like they had okay, so for
shut him up.
about this. Well, think about this. Not only the Kylie Rodney case, I'm going to say this was brewing way, way before this. Think about this. He's the only guy solving cold cases on the internet with millions and millions of people watching him. Like he's literally making criminals who were not criminals until he showed up and pulled a car out of the lake.
Right. So they had to be like, yeah, we need to discredit this guy because, yeah.
All it takes is for him to come across the wrong person. It could be any wealthy criminal in America being like, well, he might come across my crime one day, so let's just do this thing. Because what I found out is these childhood. Look, stuff happens when you're a kid because of the situation you're born into. Okay, there's religious practices that do weird stuff. Okay, none of them are actually Christian. Whatever that thing was that he did when he was a kid, that was not Christian. So the Mormonism and all that stuff around that's what I was addressing there. But basically, what I'm saying is, somebody came to his victims and said, "I heard you were a victim,"
and it happened right after Kylie.
Because the victim posted a couple years ago in a support group about it. So somebody knew, kept this on the burner and waited until the opportune time to get them. And this is what secret societies do. They will find the blackmail and wait until they need to blackmail you. Not blackmail you just because they found it.
Kylie, because remember,
because here's the thing.
This is going to blow our mind when the truth comes out. Remember, I think it was Doug that said that.
Jared's thing came out right after Upchurch was starting to make that theme song for them.
Yep.
Right when it was getting ready, the wheels were starting to go, and everybody was like, "Okay, now we got AWP, we got Ryan Upchurch. We're about to solve this thing."
All these with millions. Of
Jared's a rapist. Ryan came out and said she was fake. Jared's a rapist. It's done. That's it. That's the end of the case.
And people kind of hushed about it after that.
It got real
Yeah.
quiet after that. I mean,
Are you? How are you
got-
going to argue other people that are going to be like, oh yeah, well the autopsy said she drowned.
Right.
That's why I call those bigger channels. I for a short period of time there, I was calling out the bigger channels, the ones with 30,000 to 100,000. They do the true crime, but they continuously move on to cases and don't worry about the drama and all that stuff. I was calling them out because I'm like, you guys are literally moving on from a case that is wide open still.
yeah, it is.
And you know, that's just my little personal.
And that
I really
cartel
took an
dude,
interest in that
oh
case.
my God. I know you've had beef with him, that American cartel idiot.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I can't stand him.
That's what it was. A lot of people thought it was me and J-Rod. No, it was me and that cartel guy because he's that clickbaiter. I didn't want to be associated with somebody who was sitting there lying to every single person who came to their videos.
And he never really had his own original content. For a while, he was taking what I was coming out, you know, because I had the facts and putting it on his channel like he done it. I'm like, it's obvious, dude. At least give me fucking credit for it. You know, I don't care you use it. Just give me credit.
And that's why I rode that cartel thing so strong, because he would say, hey, Casey's now a member of the cartel while using my entire video. And it's like, no, I'm not a member of your crap. Don't use my stuff. You can clip it. I don't care if anybody uses my stuff, honestly. But don't say I'm part of your clique, because everybody watching this video will think I'm part of your lying clique.
Right.
When I'm not.
I agree. And he thought I was a guy.
What?
How I had the name Cotton Candy Boobs at that time. I hadn't took the boobs off yet. How in the fuck do you think I was a man?
What the hell?
These streets are wild, man. These streets are wild.
Is he off of YouTube now? Did he finally get terminated?
I'm not sure.
Because he's one of the biggest pieces of shit I can't stand.
Yeah, J-Rod. I was cool with J-Rod. I just think he got caught up in that stuff, and now me and him are cool, and we've talked
I don't
since,
know much about him.
He's all right. I just recently found out about him too through Eli also.
Yeah, Eli's cool too. I really wish people would understand that there are different people out there in the world. You know, like Eli's not trying to be somebody fake. He's being himself, but everybody's like, why is he being fake? And it's like, what?
He's so misunderstood, because I didn't really care for him at first. I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? You know, when he was on shares and stuff. Then once you really start watching him, you can see that he's genuine. He's doing it from the heart, and he really is. And he's very smart.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's helped me throughout my whole channel thing, and I've had him on my channel a couple times. He's really helped me throughout through this journey or whatever.
Yeah, I enjoy.
So I just subbed up to you. I don't think this is the first time we met. I don't know if you've seen my videos or anything like that. I subbed over to your channel just a second ago. What brings you to YouTube? Are you true crime? Are you what you doing?
See, I really don't have like a niche. Like I go like, the only thing I say for like sure I do is like I do reactions, and then like I got like some horse videos up, and then I got like I cover like just recently I covered about the Arizona border, what's going on with that, and the whole Title 42, and so I do cover political stuff.
Just keep covering different things like that, and you will eventually find your niche and what, you know what I mean? You will.
And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find where I fall into, and kind of comes natural a little bit.
Yeah,
I would say true crime, because that seems to interest you, but true crime is not what it used to be on here. It's all gone to hell. That's why I'm kind of staying away from it myself.
Yeah, that's what I've gotten from it. It's just drama.
Yeah, it's key that you do something that your heart is in it. Because for me, because there was no resolution to the Kylie Rodney case, I tried going to a different case. It won't happen. And my heart wasn't in it.
A lot of people come to me, hey, will you cover this case? You know, and I'll kind of look into it. And if my heart, and if it don't get my interest, I can't do it. I'm not going to report on something that, you know what I'm saying, Casey, just like you said, and I just can't do it.
Yeah, because for me it's a time value thing. Like I don't look at money, I look at the time. If I got to spend 4 hours researching something, well, I want to know that I didn't spend 4 hours somewhere else doing something more productive. You
Right.
know? So I tried to move on to another case and I'm like, I can't even get into researching it because there's a Kylie folder right there. You know?
Yeah, I wish
then-
Kylie people hadn't done like they done, because we could have probably really got some truths, you know, but people just the way they started, like Zav Girl and all them, these 9, 10, 13-hour lives, and
true crime in of itself can be very, very effective. The problem is everybody wants to have their own channel, and they won't be effective actually solving crimes if they're all doing their own thing.
right.
The best thing for true crime that would literally like make everybody grow is if a group of them, the people that are already cool with each other, just said, I'm going to go on at 6 o'clock, you're going to go on at 7 o'clock, and I'm going to go on at 8 o'clock. And we're all going to discuss 3 different cases. And then you'll have literally your entire community will go to each one of yours, and you got to be consistent. So every day at 6 o'clock, someone's going up. Every day at 7 is the next, and every day at 8 is the next.
That's
or
an
whatever
awesome
the schedule is. Because
so you're not talking about the same thing.
Well, think about this. Think about this for a second. We were all raised on the. Oh, my camera just died. We were all raised on the. We were all raised on the TV, right? Did you or did you not schedule certain things around the 8 p.m. Kiefer Sutherland 24 coming on?
Most definitely.
Yeah, time.
So you knew at 8 p.m. you're gonna have an entertaining show. That's what these people need to do. They have to pick a day, pick a time, and say, I am always going to be live, whether I'm talking about something or nothing. People are going to show up because they know I'm going to be live at this certain time.
That's true. That's a good idea, Casey. We need to start being like TV was, before. That's true.
Well, it's just we're creatures of habit, Humans we're like, okay.
Time zones where it comes tricky though. Like different people, like you're on the East Coast, I think. Like I'm on the West Coast. That's where it starts to get a little tricky though.
Yeah, the time differences. Yeah, that does mess people up. And there's a lot of people from England and Australia, and
I think there's I forgot what time it was, but there was I think it was 6 p.m. Central Time. Is like the best time. I don't know. So you got to look it up. Where it's most people on all time zones. Yeah. But on my Rumble channel,
hey Squid, that's cool. So every Monday at 7:30 she goes live no matter what. That's pretty cool. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. And what's cool about it is because your normal people are going to know you're there, and the new people are going to show up when you have all of your old people there. Do you see what I'm saying? So it looks like your channel's actually entertaining. Because now you have everybody expecting you at one time, and everybody in chat's all there together, and now you have new people joining in and being like, this place is kind of cool. Let me sub up.
I'm going to start trying.
I found that out on a lot of chats, because, a lot of places I go, people in chats like to, go their own thing, talk about their own things, not saying in a bad way, but kind of use the dude as like background, and they just go off on their own thing. So, it's like, people like a place to like, oh, this is where I'm going to see everybody at. This is where I'm going to meet this person at for sure,
Yeah, because there's some channels I go to. I may not really care for the creator, but I love the chat. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I go for the chat.
Yep. And the best way to keep that on the other end for yourself too, because you got to remember there's going to be people that don't really like you, but like your chat.
Right.
If you're going to do a 6 p.m. show 5 days a week, and you're saying I can. You figure out what you can figure out. If it takes you 3 hours of prep work, you probably aren't going to do a 5-hour show. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if it takes you 30 minutes of prep work and you can fit that into an hour show, end the show at the hour every single time.
Yeah, and then people don't like replaying 5-hour live streams, you know?
That, yep. And what it does is it's a little, it's, I hate to say it, but it's a little bit of an hormonal addiction thing. You're like, oh, I bet I'm 30 minutes late. Oh, only 30 minutes went by and she's done. Oh, I got to be here tomorrow on time tomorrow, because I'm not going to miss that 30 minutes, and I'm not going to be only here for 30 minutes.
Yeah, and I try to keep my true crime stuff like that too, at least 2 hours and under, you know. I'd like to keep everything at an hour. And I don't like to, like yesterday I done my Henrietta, the Jesse McFadden thing. I don't like to, you know, at the end of what people are doing their show on, they want to talk about the gossip and all that. I don't want that in my true crime stuff, you know. I want that separate. So that's why I'll cut it off when I'm done with what I want to talk about.
Yep. Yeah, that's it's, you are in control of your show, and if you want to be you have to be consistent, because we just get bored. Humans get bored too easily. We have, where our attention is like this. So if you're not consistent and you're like, well, should I really keep being subscribed to this person who just decides to go live whenever? You know, I have
That's
one
kind of what I
like
do,
that.
and I need to change that.
It's fine to go live whenever.
But you need to have some.
Make one show of yours consistent. What's that, brother? Sorry.
Yeah, if you don't get people, keep people on YouTube, you know, they ain't gonna push you an algorithm, because that's the whole thing. Is, you know, try to keep people on YouTube as long as possible, and that's why people do those long streams.
Yeah. The thing with the algorithm, at least with YouTube, from what I've discovered, is you've got the category. We'll use Kylie Rodney as an example for this. So you got true crime. Then you got the subject within that category, right? I narrowed it down. You got Kylie Rodney. And then you got the things that are trending within that. Tow Truck Nick. Right? So if this week Tow Truck Nick is not trending, why would I do a video about Tow Truck Nick?
That's true. Did you know he got fired over all that?
Oh yeah.
What?
And he should sue if he's 100 legit.
Over the Kylie shit.
Damn.
But that's just it. So for like any channel, any niche, whatever it is, like for me right now, I'm struggling in gaming, because honestly, I want to build a gaming community, but I could care less about, you know, like the insider gaming stuff, which is detrimental to the gaming channel, because everybody's here on this niche part of gaming, and I'm like, hey, just come watch me live game, you know?
Right.
But Rumble right now is pushing live gamers, so
You're
I'm
on
like,
Rumble?
well,
I just recently signed up to Rumble. Look, what's your name on there?
I can show you right here. Let's see.
Yeah,
You know what's cool about this screen?
Allie actually just got me onto Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's cool about this?
Put my stuff on there.
Do you have a green screen, or what is that behind you? That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a green screen.
Oh, look at that. That's cool.
So, like, my channel's here on Rumble. I can actually make myself go away here.
Let me see here.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
check you out and set up to you.
So you got gaming on Lake Time, right? 58. I didn't cross, maybe, you know, that one girl Allie's on there, and some other people, maybe 3 or 4 people are on there, but this is pure growth from Rumble. This
you have one
is
with a rooster on it?
the what?
There's a
Oh yeah. Lake Time
with a
Entertainment.
rooster.
Yeah. That's where my music is.
I'm gonna get you on all these.
So Living Lake Time is my true crime backup. So think about this. Just having my true crime backed up to Rumble, I've gained 40 subscribers.
Oh, wow.
This channel's gained 40 subscribers just being a backup to Rumble. Live on Lake Times when I go live on other things than gaming on Rumble. This is my personal channel where it's just me hanging out.
For every category.
So it's different on Rumble because they're not using an algorithm. Let me bring myself back here. They're not using an algorithm of.
Oh, they're not?
They're using an algorithm, but they're not using an algorithm in the sense of recommendations. Rumble uses the algorithm of recent and relative, if that makes sense.
That does
Relative would
make
be this. Relative would be the stuff that's like sort of the things that
Crowder
you
stuff.
like. Yeah. Crowder, the more popular stuff is the more relevant stuff. The stuff that's trending. The new stuff is just new stuff. Outside of that, there's no algorithm. So if you want to check this out. This is one of my lives. Well, there you
Can
go.
you
Look
like
at
get
this.
monetized or make money or something like that on there too? Do they do that or?
Day one.
I'm monetized on Rumble. You can
Yeah, day
legally
one
do it.
monetized.
Oh wow.
But so this is no camera playing Star Wars for 3.5 hours with 58 followers. I've got almost 200 views
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
because
I
Rumble's
got about
pushing
200
live.
in one video.
So you could go on Rumble. The best thing I think would be to go live, but go live with a pre-recorded video. So all your that's basically what a premiere is, going live with pre-recorded videos. So Rumble right now is pushing the live stuff. They're pushing all the live events. This is their main page. If I could zoom out some. So you got
I went
live is
one
all
time on
that.
Rumble.
Squid
kinda
said he
hard to
just
go live on
subbed up
Rumble.
to you,
It's different.
Casey.
Oh,
Squid,
thanks,
what's
Squid.
your Rumble name?
I gotta go over
Squid?
here to the
Oh,
right
mine?
chat. Yeah, I'm on the right chat. Okay.
Yeah, what's yours too, Justin?
J-R-O-R-E-N. It's just my first initial and then last name.
Joron?
J-R-O-R.
Say it slowly. You're breaking up.
Oh, J-R-O-R-E-N. Yeah, I need to
There you
change the
are.
name.
There
Okay,
you
I
are.
found you. There you go.
So I followed you up there.
Me too.
And
It's
yeah,
just all my
so
YouTube
that's why
videos.
you do the different channels, because
Here's
they don't
Squids. I
do
put
an
his up on
algorithm.
screen. His name on there. If anybody wants to sub up.
I'll sub up to him, yeah.
It's the one, Squid.
Squid's 81.
Well, if it is, I'm following you.
Oh, you just got two. Oh, we got his cherry.
There you go.
Yeah, me and Squid's going to start covering the Chester Bennington and Chris Cornell stuff.
Oh, I just recently got turned on to that. Like,
Me and Squid's getting ready to do it. If we can get
So what
our
is that
schedules
about?
together. Oh, you don't know about that?
Mm-mm.
Oh, let me show you a
That's a whole
picture.
rabbit hole.
You know John Podesta, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know Chester Bennington, who that is. The lead
I
singer
think I've heard the
that
name.
died.
Ah, yeah.
Well, him and Chris Cornell are best friends, and they came out with some songs. Then they, quotations, unalived himself by hanging, both of them. And they died
Mhm.
within a couple months of each other. And it was always said that Chester didn't never know his dad, but look at this here, at this picture.
Oh, yeah. I've heard about that. Yep.
But yeah, we're going to kind of dig into that, and it's deep. And Anthony
Yeah.
Bourdain,
Why would-
Avicii.
So Chester's no longer with us, right?
No, he died in 2017. Him
So-
and Chris Cornell both.
If you're a guy like Podesta,
That also owns property in Truckee.
why would you name your child Chester?
He didn't. Chester the molester, but Chester wasn't like that though. But I believe that him and Chris Cornell
I don't think so.
was getting ready to expose some stuff, and
Hollywood.
Yep.
and
And
who
this-
else?
this-
Robin Williams' name was brought up in it. Kate Spade, she unalived herself by hanging. There's just so many names surrounding that. It's deep.
Yeah.
You
That's
probably
Yeah,
go
some-
up
I
that
can't
rabbit
remember
hole,
that.
Casey. It's something you would probably get into, and
Oh yeah. I the thing is it's one of those things that it's like you get frustrated after a while,
yeah.
getting into that type
Fine.
of stuff. That's why I distract
Because there's
myself.
no end.
I got
'Cause
ADHD.
there's no end to it.
I
I
swear.
got
I can't.
No,
ADHD.
until God returns, there will be no end to it. And the best thing I think we can do is just say, here's the spotlight, and then you move on. Because if there's nobody there to look at what you're showing them when you shine the spotlight on it, there's not going to be anybody there when you move on. So it's don't
And it
waste
kind
too
of
much
puts
time in one
our
spot.
lives at risk too, you know. If it's,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's what I'm afraid of.
Oh,
They're gonna
don't
cut-
look. I'll be honest with you. I got a little scared during that Kylie Rodney case especially when I was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, where's Woo?" But what I was actually really trying to do was get him to like double down and make sure he's doing his job right. But my little tiny channel didn't get to him. I'm pretty sure of that. So,
Yeah, I don't think mine did either.
but I was hoping Helicopter Woo would continue to be a better sheriff and you know, not let Check It TV find all their evidence.
Yeah, I never really got too much into it other than Eli and then the Up Church. I watched some of them, but I really didn't get into too many other channels.
Which, by the way,
Kylie
I
Rodney too much.
haven't made a public apology to Check It. I don't think he was in on anything. So this is I don't know if anybody's going to see it, but yeah, I apologize for accusing Check It TV for being part of things. I don't think he's got the wits for that. With all due respect.
Sorry, y'all. I
Yeah.
had to mute just a second.
And I already did apologize to Zanime, but I want to double apologize.
Yeah, Zanime, I kind of been watching her too and following her, and
I don't get on panels enough for people to clip it, so I wanted to. Who else? SF is a dirtbag.
oh yeah, he is a dirtbag. He struck one of my videos. Fucker.
I did learn a lot though from that case.
Yeah, I mean, see, that's when I first started learning about lives, kind of ish. I mean, because I was never really into YouTube too much, just other than watching like music and other stuff. And about that time when I first started getting into lives, I was like, "What the hell are these lives? What the hell?" I thought it was kind of like a TV version of like the YouTube, like actual like I don't know how to explain it, networks lives, I guess. Or I was like, wait, this is actual people going live?
Yeah, it is true. I think the Kylie Rodney case is when I started getting into watching, because like I would watch people do the live panels, but it would be a video. It wasn't like it was a consistent community driven thing. It was just like channels I would sub to would go live every once in a while. It seemed like in true crime, that's all people did.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Another thing true crime I think needs is some ground rules. And if anybody in the community goes outside of those ground rules, they literally call them out as a community. And the ground rules would be like, let the police deal with the surrounding family members of these victims. Okay? That's not us. That's not our job. Okay? That's one ground rule, right? Harassing underage children. I don't understand what that was, but that should probably be a ground rule. Harassing 20-something-year-olds who just turned into an adult is probably not the best thing for their mental state after their friend just died. It's the problem is the Bible even tells us there is wickedness in men and women, and that wickedness is where evil comes from, the love of money. And that's what it is when it's almost like an A/B test. Have you guys heard of A/B test? You test one thing, if that works, you stick with it. If you don't, you go to the B and see if that works. These channels started growing, and then they're like, well, let me try this. Didn't work too well. And then they're, let me try this. Well, that works a little bit better. And it seems like the thing that worked a little bit better is the thing that pays them, but the thing that's the least honest. Because if
like
you're honest, you only have to make one video.
just randomly throwing something at the wall and see if it sticks or not.
Yeah. You only got to get one point across in one video, and then that's it. Anything outside of that is just you making up nonsense. You're a hypocrite past that. You can't be on to anything else if you already made one video about it. If you're making 3 or 4 videos, or if you're taking a longer video and splitting it up into little sections, you're just milking it. You're just milking it. That's tragedy pimp.
Man, I guess a new big thing on YouTube, I don't know if you guys have heard about it, is that you heard that stream sniping? I guess that's a new big thing on YouTube, is to go live and then go to someone else's live and have that shit's ridiculous.
I don't mind stream sniping if the topic of somebody else's panel is the person who's stream sniping. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody made a video, what's that?
Well, as long as it's a positive way, because the stream sniping I've seen has just been kind of horrible.
Oh yeah, yeah. I look at it though in the stealing content side of things. Like everybody's gonna be evil. There's wickedness in men, so I don't look at like well, let's do a positive or a negative message. For me personally, from my worldview, 90% of people are negative, even if when they say. You know, think about a whole group of people that are preaching love and forcing it down your throat right now, right? Forcing it down your kid's throat, but under the love guide. But me, I don't consider that love, so that's not a positive message. The stream sniping thing is like stealing content, though. So if somebody made content and another channel decides, oh well, just because they made that content and I'm gonna review it, I'm gonna play their whole video. But no, you don't. If you're going to review it, find a section in that to review or take clips. You don't play the whole hour and a half long panel of somebody else's just to steal and talk about their panel. Unless that panel was talking about you. That's just how I am anyway.
Yeah, you know, Independent Men United is actually doing something pretty cool on her channel. They're starting to they went and did something. They went and bought the StreamYard Pro plan or something like that, to where they can multi-stream up to 8 channels. So they've been getting together with 8 different channels and actually been multi-streaming off of everyone goes live on a separate channel, and that's pretty cool right there. I think that's pretty awesome. I watch that I think it's every Friday.
Yeah, that's cool because you get your community. It's basically like your guys a group watching or group hanging out. my group's coming to hang out with your group. At the end of the day, what people don't realize is the things that we fight and we bicker about are actually little tiny small problems, mundane things. Like at the end of the day, we actually agree on a lot of things. When you have 2 sides of an argument, the situation is usually they disagree on how the point is coming across. Now, you know, of course, was she murdered or was it an accident? Those are 2 opposite things, but usually beef between 2 people. Like if me and you had a problem, actions, not distractions, it's usually a communication error.
Sorry, y'all. I'm still here. I just got a lot of background noise going on right now.
Oh, you're fine. I'm just rambling. I don't get on panels much. Let me talk. No, I'm just here hanging out, Con. If you gotta go anytime, let me know. I'm gone. I'm just sitting here chilling.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna dip out here in a minute. I gotta head back over to take care of the horses.
She's been streaming for an hour anyway. Yeah, I think we should have more conversations like this about getting together and working things out. Maybe eventually I'll get some of those juices. I wanted to start a business of social media influencers, and that kind of, I got discouraged from that one just because I don't really like some of these social media influencers. I think if people would stop being liars, this world and the internet would be a lot better. That's it.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah, which fakeness and lying pretty much falls in the same category, because that's That's just, I mean, it comes hand in hand, kind of, honestly. Being fake and lies.
Yeah. It's
That's
bred
what
into our
I think,
culture.
too.
It's bred into our culture. When you have the number one late night show, we were talking about shows and time slots. You guys know Modern Family, right? That show
Oh, yeah.
won multiple awards. Not because, this is from my point of view, not because of the Modern Family dynamics, but because every plot of the show was set up with a lie and then the resolution to the lie. So that means every single episode you were taught to lie and that everything will be okay at the end of the episode because you lied.
Yeah,
Every
I never
episode.
thought- Yeah.
And that's what's getting taught to our children. And that's why when I go on here and I literally go into this camera and say, you're being a hypocrite, you're being a liar. And then people are like, everybody lies. Yeah. So, well,
Yeah, we should
Cotton, I
definitely-
thank you for joining me.
You're welcome.
Or
We
joining
should
me.
have more
I think-
discussions on your channel or somebody else's like this. And
I'm usually
Yeah, if
hosting
you
my
want-
game partner in the morning. Thank you for
I
having
can
me.
shoot you
Cotton.
guys my
you're
email.
welcome. Thank
We
you
can
all for coming up.
And chat, Squid, I got you on there. If you guys, anybody in the chat that's hanging out wants to leave me a comment on any one of my videos to add to the Rumble channel, I'll do that. I'll sub to your Rumble channel. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna check your stuff out, and I'm gonna probably sub after this live.
All right. Thank you, brother. Peace out, Cotton. Actions. Love y'all.
Have a good evening, y'all. I'm going to jump off here too. And thank you, Justin and Casey,
All
for
right.
coming up.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Later.
And thanks everyone in chat. And talk to you all later and have a great day and happy Mother's Day.